Hare Krishna, Bhagavad Gita 5.5. Yat sankhya papyate stanam tatkir apigamyate eka samkamsyo gasaya pasasapashati. One who knows the position reached by means of analytical study can also be attained by devotional service, and would therefore cease analytical study and devotional service to be on the same level, sees things as they are. So here Krishna says, the goal of the renunciants is also attained by devotional service, that one attain the same goal, that because the renunciants want to be detached from matter and come to the spiritual position. But the devotee becomes attached to Krishna, and then he automatically becomes detached from matter. That's so in the Bhagavatam it is said that from Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Payochita Yanyasyati Varhyam Sanyat Haitakam. So it means that from Bhakti comes automatically knowledge and renunciation by the performance of devotional service. That will develop gradually when we perform devotional service. But the renunciation of the impersonalist, the jnanis, that's not perfect renunciation. Srila Prabhupada, he spoke about hippies, many hippies in the end of the 60s, beginning of the 70s, joined our movement. And they gave up all their attachment to this world practically, but they gave up everything, the way of living as their parents and so on. They could see that this renunciation, that this, modern society was not offering them a fulfilling life, a self-fulfilling life. And by that, they didn't want to work hard and then to amass wealth, all temporary. So they had some renunciation. They gave everything up, but they could not give up sex life. Srila Prabhupada said it was monkey renunciation. Like the monkey, he's also naked. They have many she-monkey friends. That the monkey gave up everything. He has nothing, he's naked, but he cannot give up sex life. And so also these hippies, they gave up so many things, but could not give up sex life. So that attachment remains. Because that detachment starts with knowledge. When you see knowledge of the temporary nature of this world, and that everything belongs to Krishna, is for his pleasure, and that we are the spirit soul, we are eternal, and we are here because of our attachment to the material world, then by that knowledge you give up healthy attachment. But by the performance of bhakti, this knowledge becomes realized. That because param dristva nivartate, we get a higher taste, and then we can give up the lower taste. Like Gaurikishore Das Babaji, he had a higher taste. And he was illiterate, but he was so knowledgeable that all the villagers and so many important, so-called important people wanted to consult with him. But Circa Das Babaji, he was a Babaji, he wanted to chant, that's all. And therefore he was chanting many times at the toilet, then they would not come there. But one day, one period he was bothered so much, he desired, he arranged that he would dress in a very nice silk. And he was walking to the village, and so everyone was rejecting him, that, oh, this is a renunciant, see how opulent. And by that he felt very happy, they didn't bother him so much. But knowledge without bhakti is just jnana. It's not jnana yoga, it's just ordinary knowledge. And this ordinary knowledge that produces dry renunciation. Like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can see how Ramachandra Puri became such a dry renunciant that he lost his bhakti because he displeased the spiritual master Madhavendra Puri. Because he had associated with impersonalists, and by that his bhakti was covered. And when he came to his spiritual master was at the end of his life, going to leave his body soon. And Madhavendra Puri was crying, and Ramachandra Puri criticized him and said to him, why are you crying? You should now be absorbed in the bliss of Brahman. And the reply was of Madhavendra Puri was that yes, go away from here. If I see your face when I leave my body, I will not attain the desired goal of my life. So he displeased the spiritual master, he lost his bhakti. And then he came to see Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri later. And he became a critic of all the devotees. He criticized even Lord Chaitanya for eating sweets, saying that there are ants on the floor of his room. So there must be sugar here. And a sannyasi should not eat too much sweet, because it spoils his renunciation. So no bhakti anymore. And by that, his knowledge was gone. He had no realization of the position of Lord Chaitanya. And he became a bad critic. So, therefore, dry renunciation without bhakti, that will not lead to liberation, will not lead to obtain the desired goal. That Mogasa Mogakarmana Mogajana Vishetas, in the 9th chapter, is said, all these impersonalists who are Vajananti Mamudi, who they write Manushantam and Ashritam, who they write my human form of life, my human form, would think that I'm an ordinary human being. That whatever they want to achieve is baffled, whatever knowledge they want to cultivate. So without bhakti, this real renunciation will not take place. The beginning of this knowledge is understanding our position as a spirit soul, and understanding the position of Krishna, and engage in our relationship, and then engage in devotional service as taught to us by Srila Prabhupada in so many ways, constantly engage in devotional service, and this knowledge, this realization will develop, and you will become detached. So real Vijnan, realized knowledge, comes from bhakti. Bhakti turns jnana into vijnana, realized knowledge, and by that we become naturally detached. So bhakti is the source of jnana, knowledge, and vairagya, renunciation. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Prabhupada.